Jeremiah chapter 31. At that time, a declaration of Yahweh. I am the God of all families of Israel, and they are my people. Thus said Yahweh, a people remaining from the sword have found grace in the wilderness when Israel went to find rest. Yahweh has appeared to me from afar. I have loved you with perpetual love, therefore I have drawn you with kindness. I build you again, and you have been built, O Virgin of Israel. You put on your tambourines again, and have gone out in the chorus of the playful. You plant vineyards in mountains of Samaria again. Planters have planted and made common. For there is a day, watchmen have cried out on Mount Ephraim, Rise, and we go up to Zion, to our God Yahweh. For thus said Yahweh, Sing with joy for Jacob, and cry aloud at the head of the nations. Sound, praise, and say, Save, O Yahweh, your people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I am bringing them in from the north country, and have gathered them from the sides of the earth. Blind and lame are among them, conceiving and travailing one, together, a great assembly. They return there. They come in with weeping, and I bring them with supplications. I cause them to go to streams of waters, in a right way. They do not stumble in it. For I have been a father to Israel, and Ephraim, he is my firstborn. Hear a word of Yahweh, O nations, and declare among the far off in the islands, and say, He who is scattering Israel gathers him, and has kept his flock as a shepherd. For Yahweh has ransomed Jacob, and redeemed him from a hand stronger than he. And they have come in, and have sung in the high place of Zion, and flowed to the goodness of Yahweh, for wheat, and for new wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock and herd. And their soul has been as a watered garden, and they do not add to grieve any more. Then a virgin rejoices in a chorus, both young men and old men, together. And I have turned their mourning to joy, and have comforted them, and gladdened them above their sorrow, and satisfied the soul of the priests with fatness, and my people are satisfied with my goodness. A declaration of Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh, a voice is heard in Ramah, wailing and the weeping of bitterness. Rachel is weeping for her sons. She has refused to be comforted for her sons, because they are not. Thus said Yahweh, Withhold your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for there is a reward for your work. A declaration of Yahweh. And they have turned back from the land of the enemy. And there is hope for your latter end. A declaration of Yahweh. And the sons have turned back to their border. I have surely heard Ephraim bemoaning himself. You have disciplined me, and I am disciplined, as a heifer that is not taught. Turn me back, and I turn back, for you are my God, Yahweh. For after my turning back I regretted, and after my being instructed I struck on the thigh. I have been ashamed, I have also blushed, for I have borne the reproach of my youth. Is Ephraim a precious son to me, a child of delights? For since my speaking against him, I still thoroughly remember him. Therefore my bowels have been moved for him. I love him greatly. A declaration of Yahweh. Set up signs for yourself, make heaps for yourself. Set your heart to the highway, the way you went. Turn back, O Virgin of Israel, turn back to these cities of yours. Until when do you withdraw yourself, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh has prepared a new thing in the land. Woman surrounds man. Thus said Yahweh of Hosts, God of Israel, Still they say this word in the land of Judah and in its cities, in my turning back to their captivity. Yahweh blesses you, habitation of righteousness, mountain of holiness. And farmers have dwelt in Judah, and in all its cities together, and they have journeyed in order. For I have satiated the weary soul, and I have filled every grieved soul. On this I have awoken, and behold, and my sleep has been sweet to me. Behold, days are coming, a declaration of Yahweh, and I have sown the house of Israel and the house of Judah with seed of man and seed of beast. And it has been, as I watched over them to pluck up, and to break down, and to throw down, and to destroy, and to afflict, so I watch over them to build and to plant. A declaration of Yahweh. In those days they no longer say, Fathers have eaten unripe fruit, and the sons' teeth are blunted. But each dies for his own iniquity. Every man who is eating the unripe fruit, his teeth are blunted. Behold, days are coming, a declaration of Yahweh, and I have made a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not like the covenant I made with their fathers in the day of my laying hold on their land, to bring them out of the land of Egypt, in that they made my covenant void, and I ruled over them. A declaration of Yahweh. For this is the covenant that I make with the house of Israel after those days. A declaration of Yahweh. I have given my law in their inward part, and I write it on their heart, and I have been their God, and they are my people. And they do not teach any more each his neighbor and each his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for they all know me, from their least to their greatest. A declaration of Yahweh. For I pardon their iniquity, and I make no more mention of their sin. Thus said Yahweh, who is giving the sun for a light by day, the statutes of moon and stars for a light by night, quieting the sea when its billows roar. Yahweh of Hosts is his name. If these statutes depart from before me, a declaration of Yahweh, even the seed of Israel ceases from being a nation before me for all the days. Thus said Yahweh, if the heavens above can be measured, and the foundations of earth searched below, even I kick against all the seed of Israel for all that they have done. A declaration of Yahweh. Behold, days are coming, a declaration of Yahweh, and the city has been built for Yahweh from the tower of Hananeel to the corner gate, and the measuring line has gone out again before it over the height of Gareb, and it has gone around to Goah, and all the valley of the carcasses and of the ashes, and all the fields to the brook of Kidron, to the corner of the horse gate eastward, are holy to Yahweh. It is not plucked up, nor is it thrown down any more, for all time.